Good evening, everybody. We are live. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Power Couple live stream. My name is Joseph. I'm one half of the Power Couple, and I'm going to be your conductor for tonight's fun train as we pick back up with Fire Emblem Three Houses. Tonight's stream is titled Pick a Side because we are doing the Black Eagles route and we are getting close to the deciding point to where either we continue with the Black Eagles and we follow Edelgard through her madness. Maybe there's a resolution there. I might not like it. But there's another route. The other route being the church route. My understanding, it is the shortened route of the four that are available on Fire Emblem Three Houses, and it's quite frankly where my heart resides. But we'll leave that up to you guys as we go about playing tonight. Super excited to be here. For those who are tuning in for the first time, thank you so much for doing so. If you are new, please give us a follow. Greatly appreciated. If you're looking for prior streams after this one is done, more power couple, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot easier when you have to say it in your head rather than actually in person. So if you're looking for other power couple content, head over to our videos on demand. Our videos on demand have our last 14 days of streams available for you guys to watch. If you're looking for anything later than that, head beneath the stream right now. You'll see all of our boxes to our social medias. Click that YouTube button, head over to our YouTube channel, and please subscribe and ring the bell to get updates for when Power Couple posts new content. So other than that, please enjoy the show, and let's get down to business. All right, so we are at the home screen. Normally, I'm not at the home screen when I log on and I start playing off of the Switch. I've got my handy dandy notebook. My unfortunate not notebook. It's my Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and you guys can kind of see what I've got for a rundown for games. I don't have a lot at the moment. Oh, Captain Nugget, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Pleasure to have you as always. I know, as I always say, we might be the on-screen entertainment, but you guys are the stars. We like to make sure we go out of our way to include you guys in everything that we do. But we are going to play Fire Emblem Three Houses, guys, I promise. But like I said, I'm never on my home screen. So I do have Super Mario Odyssey. Would love to play that sometime. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I definitely want to try and get some me against Stephanie action going on. Super Mario Maker 2, that's Wednesdays. So if you guys tune in on Wednesday, you'll see me play Super Mario Maker 2. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm in the process of unlocking all the characters right now, and once I do that, I would love to be able to get some online action so you guys can see me get my butt whooped online on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Actually, something that Captain Nugget is actually introduced to me was Tetris 99. So I've actually been enjoying playing Tetris 99. It's free on Nintendo Switch. You only have to pay for extra modes, but you can do the online battle, the battle royale against 88 other people. So that's definitely an enjoyment. I enjoy playing that game, and but you guys are stuck watching Fire Emblem Three Houses tonight. So let's get on with it. Like I said, guys, we got to pick a side. And unfortunately, that time is coming more sooner than later. And I'm leaning towards doing the church route just because I'm not a big fan of Edelgard. Sorry, I said it. I'm not a big fan of Edelgard. She's not my favorite character. I think she's flawed in her own ways, but none that I find justifiable whatsoever. So, and I hate Hubie as well. He's just such a pretentious creepazoid. So, I have a difficult time doing that. So, where we're leaving off is before the battle of the Remire Calamity on Chapter 8, and that's exactly where we are going to start. Again, this is my vote for side or mini game of the year, is taking the level that's in your controller or in your Switch and gleaning it back and forth and trying to get your Byleth to
go now.
Try and get your Byleth to lean up with all the or match up with all the nodes as you jump around. Honestly, mini game of the year. Alright, so Gerald comes to us. Apparently stuff is going down. So, do we question it, what's going on, or do we just say, okay? You know what, we trust in our dad, so we're just gonna say, okay.
The situation in Ramire Village has changed drastically. We don't know much more than that.
Alright, so it appears things are not going well in Ramire.
We're hearing reports that the villagers are killing each other. Some say houses are burning. Regardless, we need to move.
For those who are just tuning in. Okay, so that's happening. Anyway, so for those who are just turning in, when you first start the game, no matter whether if you're a female or male, the game starts off with you and Gerald, and you guys are at Ramire Village, and you are staying at an inn, or something, you're a mercenary, and that's when you run into Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, the three house leaders of exactly, right? Fire Emblem Three Houses, the three house leaders. And apparently now, some time has passed, you've got a professor there at the academy, where all the students are, and stuff is going down. So we need to make our way back in order to try and find out what's going on, and everyone seems to be really super crazy out of it.
Help! Somebody please help!
For the record, that last woman that had the super maniacal laughing, kind of like a hyena, that is the sound I sometimes make when I'm hungry, and there's food in place to eat.
What's going on here?
This is horrific. It's even more revolting. More terrible than I expected.
Well, you should know. Edelgard.
Yes, we must find a way to save this village.
True, but if we are not careful about how we proceed, we will only increase the death toll.
The villagers are attacking each other. Let's knock them all out one by one.
Always so reckless. You do know that if we mess up, we will either kill or be killed, right?
Still, we cannot just stand here twiddling our thumbs and doing nothing.
Well, we could, technically.
I'd really like to go home now.
I mean,
But there's no time for thoughts like that.
we pay like $70 or $80, sometimes $100 to watch people, punch each other on pay-per-view, looking at you MMA.
We have to help them. I am waiting for your orders with full readiness.
Wait. Those people over there, they seem to be observing the chaos. They must be behind this. Eliminate them and rescue all of the unafflicted villagers.
Now, I'm a little biased because I've already played the game. I've already beaten it as the Golden Deer House. Again, that's, for me, in my eyes, I really think that that's the, as I attempt to line Byleth up with the nodes here, I'm telling you guys, minigame of the year. There's no better one. Anyway, so I already played the game once. My first run-through was with the Golden Deer House. I thought that that was phenomenal. I could not imagine playing it as any other route, but here I am. And so far, so disappointed, but who am I to yuck somebody's yum? So I'm going to try to make the best out of it. Right now I'm just not seeing Edelgard's motives for doing what she's doing. So we'll have to try and make it work one way or another here. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy with how everyone's lined up. So I'm not going to make any changes, we're just going to start the fight.
There are some suspicious-looking ruffians out there, but our top priority is to rescue the villagers. Got it? I'll rein in the villagers who've turned violent. You focus on rescuing the others.
So we got 4 on the right, we've got 2 on the left. Alright, so Byleth is an assassin, so we're going to utilize that to take out our rampaging villager over on the northern side of the map. That's one villager out of the way on that side.
That's my cue. Who, me?
Alright, so I will...
As you
see
wish.
what we can do.
Put me in there.
We'll move Caspar over along
I am
the east
Ferdinand
side,
von Eyre.
as well as Ferdinand.
I will prevail.
We'll have Edelgard head to the west.
Oh no.
Bernadetta as well.
I will get the victory.
Petra as well. And then I'm going to split this up in the following ways. I'm going to have Linhardt be the mage for the team on the west, and I'll have Dorothea be the mage for the team on the east. Alright, so we've
The
got
one giving commands in the back. I'm certain that's Tomas the librarian.
Tomas appears to be a bad guy, lo and behold. Who would thunk it? Ferdinand takes out that rampaging villager. We'll have Caspar attempt to take out this rampaging villager. We're successful there. Violet, we are going to get over yonder. Dorothea will get tow. And quite frankly, although I really do like Marianne, she's quite frankly useless in my opinion. I said it. We're going to take out that last rampaging villager. That guy. So, I've got basically everybody on my team except for, oh god, it's Hilda from the Golden Deer. I cannot recruit her until we're, I believe, right before the time skip. And we're gonna have to wait until right before the time skip to get Hilda on board. And we can only recruit Hilda if we do the church route. And then we've got to do as well, which I do not think I'm going to be able to get to, but we can certainly try. I do know we can get Hilda though, so that's at least one good thing. Alright, so we got one more villager on actually no, two more. So we got two more villagers here. Everybody gonna get hot feet. Because I can heal your wounds. Alright, Edelgard takes care of that bad guy, and that leaves us with this final baddie to take out. Bernadetta should be able to hold up her own. She's at least protecting that individual villager. Further protection will bring Petra over there. Alright, so that takes care of that. Now we just need to make sure that we take care of everyone on the eastern side of the
Start coming!
soldier just got his butt whooped and he is now dead. We will heal. You know what? I don't think we're gonna need to do that. Fine. Suck it up. Get stabbed a few times. Thinking about it. Alright, so now we can start to get our friends over yonder. On the west side, over towards the boss.
You could have at least tried.
I'm going to feed Hubert to these guys here because you know how much I love Hubert. We now find out that Tomas is actually a bad guy. Oh wow. Who would have thought that Tomas was a bad guy because he didn't look like, you know, a complete creep in the first place.
That's the Death Knight. He must be an ally of Tomas, or Solon, or whoever he is.
Whoever he is. The Death Knight, even though everyone knows it's Yuritsa, I don't know why we're still just calling him the Death Knight. We're just gonna be like, weird creepy dude who didn't socialize, who's actually the Death Knight, also known as Yuritsa. Alright, that villager is alright. Everybody alive. Ferdinand getting hot toes. Alright, so we'll take care of this one. Leaves us with one more rampaging villager to take care of. This like really makes me want to, I really wish that we had the dancer right now because I would absolutely have Dorothea come up and give another turn to Violet. It really becomes like honestly, it's irreplaceable, it's indispensable, however you want to word it. Once you end up getting a dancer, you can never go back from that point. It's nuts. I think I used in my first run through, I had Dorothea be the dancer, and I must have used her every single battle without fail. Alright, let's head over to the western part of the map. We'll get this group moving.
Anywhere I can hide.
Recon sniping.
I feel like I've grown.
I still have a long way.
Honestly, for me, it just feels appropriate to have Hubert as a black mage because, I mean, spoilers, we'll figure it out in a little bit, but it just feels good to have him be in that particular role. Alright, so that takes care of everybody.
We've rescued as many as we can.
Now we need to make Solon our target. And I'm just going to completely erase that movement that I just did. Lovely. Alright, Cancelar's gonna get into place. Ferdinand, you know what? I'm just gonna put Ferdinand on the fire here. Why not? That's pointless. Senseless violence is not needed.
You worked hard for nothing.
do I or do I not have Edelgard and Petra go after the Death Knight? Just because, again, I'm not on the hard mode, so even if they die, there really is no penalty to me. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so I think we're gonna do it, because why not?
For Lady Edelgard.
I do like the Crescent Sickle. That is a nice weapon to have. We're gonna have them hold off.
Now you know your limits.
Alright, so I was not a big fan of what I just saw with Petra coming to attack the Death Knight. So I think we're going to need all three to really put a dent into Yuritsa here. So let's hope that the Death Knight does not decide to go after us. He normally only starts to attack if given a reason to. I'm going to put Violet into place. Dorothea as well. Caspar can go chew bubblegum somewhere with Ferdinand because we don't need you guys. And that's really everything that I'm going to need for now. Everyone else can kind of sit back and relax.
You are but a savage, insignificant beast.
Okay, so let's see
Yet
how
you think you
Gerald
can
and
kill
Stallone
me.
work out here. That means I've got to beat the Death Knight right now if I'm going to be able to get a hold of an extra Dark Seal. Dark Seals you can only get through defeating the Dark Knight, and that unlocks your Dark classes. So let's see, I've got 72, 92, 72, 72, 72. Stefania's here! Stephanie's here. Alright, and she's got some food and drinks. What? I'm not following. Gotcha. I don't eat on stream, so there's that. Alright, so I think we're gonna have Edelgard use her Iron Axe, use the Smash combat art, yes.
You're the one who should be answering that question. Stay out of my way. Don't waste my time!
Oh, so we get a critical. That's good. Alright. Hell yeah.
Blade craves their flesh.
Get a Dark Seal. Happy to get that. We'll send that back to the convoy.
The Death Knight was just a distraction. Let's...
We don't want Geralt to die, so now we're gonna get Violet in here to finish off the job.
Ah,
We must all do our part.
Why have you gone after this village? What are you planning?
I could have conducted this experiment on any test subjects. Now that I have what I came for, I must bid you farewell.
Wait! Damn it, he's gone.
We let him get away.
We good? We good?
I'll survey the village. There may still be enemies in hiding.
We saved all of the villagers, so we received an extra large bullion. That's great. We'll send that back to the convoy. And apparently we get a advanced seal for Byleth, so we'll send that back to the convoy, and that will do it for the Remire Calamity. And Hubert, my ever so favorite creepy character here, is MVP, even though I'm not super happy about that. That's okay. Alright, so we will save our progress.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum. They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects. Because of them, the people of Remire Village.
There you are.
The Flame Emperor.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon, but that does not mean our objectives are the same. Had I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that? With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat.
This is a pretty big choice now. I'm not sure if this is the one. I know there is a point where you have to make a decision, and it'll just dictate whether or not if you do the church path or whether or not if you continue doing the Black Eagles. I'm not sure if this is the one or if it's a choice that you make a little bit further. Maybe perhaps when you make your way closer to the time skip. I know during the Golden Deer route that it didn't matter what you chose, that even if you did say I will join your cause, that the Flame Emperor would just get pissed at you and say, well, you're not on us. So my heart still says that we gotta refuse. So I'm gonna go with I must refuse.
Pity, though not unexpected.
Captain Nugget says hello again, friend, and welcome back.
Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Gerald, Professor, have you seen Lady Edelgard?
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it! He's gone. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Since coming to the monastery, you've changed. You've been angry since we first arrived in Remire Village. And you look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that. Not once. Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery, if only so I could see your face lit up like that. Or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place.
So, here's a good point in the story to where now, you've been told that you were born outside of the monastery by Gerald, and now he makes a statement to say, or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place. And then, for me, I caught on to that and I said, wait, wasn't I born after you left the monastery?
I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
Professor, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but admirable work out there. I really believe we did all that we could. Geralt said the same thing. We must try to stay positive, even through the horror. I hear the so-called Flame Emperor appeared in Remire Village as well.
I'm sure, Edelgard.
Hubert told me that you spoke with him.
Or her. Alright, so what do? Do I stroke her ego and give her affirmation that she wasn't involved in the incident? Or do I just focus on the fact that he asked me to join forces with him? I'll stroke her ego.
And do you believe him, Professor?
This is a difficult part for me because I don't know. What do I do? Do I go with I believe him or I don't believe him? Alright, I believe him.
Oh? But how can you trust someone without even knowing who they are? Even if his words are true, his objectives are still unclear.
I don't think these choices make any difference in the long run, but still...
But if the Flame Emperor should someday reveal his true intentions...
Or her.
Maybe then he will appear before you without his mask, and you can look in his eyes and decide what you believe.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the assumption that those choices meant nothing because she's clearly hinting at the fact that, yo Holmes, I'll be hitting you up in a little bit, let you know I'm the Flame Emperor, and then what up? Either you're gonna go with us or you're gonna go with the church, so...
Adel, I need to ask you something. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I interrupt?
No, not at all. If you'll excuse me, Professor.
You did well handling that awful business in Remire Village. I am certain the goddess shares in our grief at the senselessness of that calamity. More importantly, I was shocked to hear that our own Tomas was actually a dark mage. I must reflect on our blindness.
You surely must. You failed to notice that a rat was hiding in your home. Pathetic! Who are these wicked foes? How did Tomas escape your gaze?
Tomas came to the monastery 40 years ago, by recommendation of House Ordelia of the Alliance. Around 8 years ago, he went back to House Ordelia, before returning to the monastery once again just last year.
That's a long con, if there ever was one, to legit kind of have 40 years undercover, and then now all of a sudden come out and be like, actually guys...
After having worked at Garreg Mach for decades, why would he betray us now? Just what did he hope to accomplish? Yuritsa became a professor at the Officers' Academy because of a recommendation from the Imperial nobility. Supposing that he is the Death Knight, that means that our enemy is an organization that has taken root in at least 2 territories.
In the long history of the Church of Seros, no, long before even that, there have been an endless number of threats to the peace of Fodlan. Yet those who oppose us still operate in the shadows. Their identity's a mystery. I believe that Solon and the Death Knight are merely one part of a much larger whole.
A threat to Fodlan's peace? That means we have no choice. We have to stop them all.
I have truly come to rely on you. I believe that the monastery will remain safe so long as we have you. We do not yet know the enemy's objective or whereabouts. For now, please devote yourself to preparing for whatever comes next.
We're not sure what that is, but prepare yourself for it.
That is all for today.
Professor, please wait. I know there is much that you still do not understand. However, one thing is clear. You possess great power. I believe that you are destined to be a source of great hope for all. In any case, I expect great things from you. Walk this world proudly, dear Professor. May the goddess Sothis protect you.
The goddess Sothis? Is that what she just said?
Is something the matter?
I don't know. You only just dropped the name of the weird voice in my head. Yes, Stephanie said, what, you have voices in your head? Yes, I do.
I see. In that case, farewell.
Do not say something that we may regret. What exactly am I? For now, let's leave this place. Please, go!
Part 1. White Clouds. Ethereal Moon. The Cause of Sorrow. Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garreg Mach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
Alright. The 12th month. It's Eloise's birthday. We'll give her flowers. We give everybody flowers for their birthday. I'm curious to know how Linhardt is doing. Go for a visit. Why, yes.
It's just... I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives. Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood.
I feel you on that one, man.
In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting, and were overrun. Am I supposed to be satisfied with the victory alone, even at the cost of such life? Exactly. Honor? That's a foolish reason to give your life. Glory? Even worse. Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor. I suppose that's the nature of the world, isn't it? Professor, you take the time to lead me and teach me like this every day. Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield? That's a bold statement, Professor. But for whatever reason, I want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make that a reality.
It's just a damn shame that Linhardt's got some pretty good magic, so you're going to continue to get blood on your hands, whether if you like it or not. My apologies.
We are planning a grand ball for this month. I'm sure the students will be most pleased.
Yes, certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you. We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
It is a building that was once a temporary sanctuary, at a time when the monastery was under renovation.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
Alright, we've got Gerald.
I thought
Here to
you
help
two
us.
could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
AKA, where the hell do I come from? What's my backstory?
Appreciate the thought.
You should probably tell me before you die.
Bear in mind that Gerald has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
Alright, so let's just take a quick look at our certification and see what we can do. I am trying to get everyone to have as many jobs as possible, just because I am a little bit of a elitist. I like to unlock everything if I possibly can. Ferdinand will have him take the Brigand.
A true no.
Class certification. He's good. Linhart. Do I want him to get the Black Mage, or do I want to save that for the Dark Mage? I think I'll save that for Hubert when he eventually gets to the Dark Bishop. Yeah, so I think for right now we'll keep him there. He needs to get to level 30, I think, before we can unlock that. Level 20, so he's one level away. My bad on that one. Linhart, so he's got nothing. We can wait for that. Bernadetta can switch over to Sniper.
I passed!
She can stay for now. I'm gonna go through everybody's classes in a minute. But for right now, I'm just going to get through everything, give everyone their new certifications. I'm not going to be changing any classes. Like
Easy.
I'm just going to have everyone at least obtain the new classes when they can.
It's all...
Alright, Lorenz. Nope, I don't want you to be Dark Mage either. Lycidia can also obtain the Priest class, and we've got one more.
perfect
Yep, Flame. So we'll have her pick up Pegasus Knight.
I have succeeded.
Okay, so that'll do it for that. Violet we can also give a class as well, so we'll have him unlock Hero. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the inventory, reclass, and we are just going to look and see. So, for example, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so if you've got wherever the class that has the E on it is, and in this case it's the assassin class under advanced, okay? If it's an E, that means it's currently equipped. If it's got a purple and yellow star, that means that that class has been mastered. So I'm going to look and see whether or not if I've got a class that I'm a lower class, I guess you could say. So if I'm currently open slots on intermediate, to master those classes in the meantime, and then eventually make my way to the advanced class. So a great example is for Byleth. I had him as an assassin for the purpose of the last mission, but he's got classes in the intermediate skill range that I can still master. So we're going to go here. The reason I'm doing this is because if I do a third playthrough and I try the blue, oh good lord, it's the golden deer, the black lions, and the blue whatever, the Dimitri route. I want to try and have as many classes already mastered so I can just use my renown to unlock some of the skill sets that I otherwise would have to be putting all that time into doing. So let's focus on, we'll just go down the line. Armored Knight it is.
It's time to start an...
And then Armored Knight to, let's see. Yeah, so we'll go Armored Knight to Cavalier to Brigand to Archer, and then maybe Dark Mage. But like I said, I'm trying to hold on to that one for Hubert, so when he eventually makes his way to the other Dark Mage class, we'll be at least in good shape to get him over there. So Edelgard is all set, Hubert is all set, Ferdinand is still all set, Linart as well, Caspar, yes, Bernadetta, yes, Dorothea, all set, Petra, all set, Felix, yep, Ash, correct, Mercedes, yep, Annette, also right, Ingrid, correct, Lorenz, we need to move, because like I said, on this, what is equipped is already mastered, so it doesn't benefit Lorenz to continue to have the noble class equipped. So we'll transfer him over to soldier. Okay, now go to Raphael, he's good. Okay, Ignatz, warrior is already mastered, so now we're going to switch him over to Myrmidon.
Oh, this is exciting!
Lysithea is all set. Marianne is all set. Leonie is all set. Flame, we need to get her to be a noble to master that.
Are these garments?
You know, I'm okay with everyone mastering their noble or commoner class just because you get that extra 5 HP, which can mean the difference sometimes in life or death. Shamir is all set as well. So everyone is ready to go. We've got some supports that are also available.
Ah, there it is. Just as I thought.
As much as I'd love for you guys to enjoy them, unfortunately, I don't have the time for that, so I'm going to rush through them. It benefits me more to make sure that these guys are all on the same page, that if I can get a paired ending, that I do, and that I don't miss out on any opportunities, so...
Ah, Marianne!
Alright, so that's everybody that had an available support increase on. I'm going to start taking away some unneeded items that everyone may have. So I got rid of all the junk that everyone has. That's fine and dandy. We do need to repair Byleth's equipment, but he's also no longer an assassin, so we need to make sure that our armored knight has their appropriate weapons attached. So, to be quite frank, I forget what weapons that is, so I need to... I gotta somehow remind myself how to take a look at that. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We've got... Alright, you know... I'm gonna get rid of speed. I'm gonna replace that with extra defense unless I have a really, really good skill that's ready to go, which I do not believe I do have. So I'm gonna add on to even more defense on the Armored Knight. Weight -3 to make sure that we can really move around. Dexterity, I'll keep +4, Strength +2, and HP +5 for Violent. Happy with that. So I'm just going to go into Violet's inventory here, and we'll give him whatever we can give him, honestly. At this point, I just want him to be in a good position, so to use whatever he can use. Apparently he can use almost everything, which is fine by me. You never know when you need it. So we are going to use the, because I always give all my items to Violet, make him overpowered. I rely on him way too much anyway, so I might as well allow him to be able to have that. Give him a replenished vulnerary, and let's make our way over to eventually the marketplace, go to the blacksmith, and let's repair the weapons that Violet has. So, the steel bow, we want to make sure that we repair the steel gauntlets as well, and the steel sword. Alright, we're good to go. We'll now make our way and see if anyone has any weapons that are in real disrepair, so this way they're not stranded on the battlefield without a weapon. Everyone seems to be in good shape, so I'm not at all worried there. So let's do some exploring now. Alright, what do we got for missions? We've got... Oh, I don't know if I think I had an opportunity to do that during one of my battles, and I chose not to. That mission with Felix, Something to Prove. So the White Heron Cup and Adventures in Wood Carving. Those are the two that we have available. We've only got 100 points of renown, so we can't really buy anything.
No. It is most clear that something has transpired, and it relates to you somehow. Or is the fault my own? And you're just caught inside the wave. Sothis, the goddess of this world. I bear her name.
Makes you wonder if that's a coincidence or not.
How confusing. I feel as though my head has turned to mush.
Alright, so... You know, I realized the date today. So today is September 9th. And 20 years ago today, the Sega Dreamcast was released. So it's crazy to think that 20 years from 1999 has already gone by. Because I remember the Dreamcast like it was yesterday still.
Before the ball, each house must select a representative to
really
compete.
Big fan.
Their dance shall be
Crazy
judged
Taxi.
by
I
its
had
beauty,
Crazy Taxi,
grace,
Crazy
and
Taxi
technique.
2. Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2. I had Skies of Arcadia. I had Phantasy Star Online. I had Virtua Tennis. Like, those were my really enjoyable, fun games that I really
The student who is deemed the winner will be given the opportunity to train as a dancer, should they so please.
Use that as an excuse not to do my homework. So as I was saying, you eventually get to turn one of your characters into a dancer, and
it is a very precious thing, the gift of dance. I hope that you and your students will choose to participate.
So now what we end up doing
May
is
I ask a favor of you?
We accept it. We find a student that we want to be the dancer for our team. Let's go to our roster. Normally, if you just select, if you've got Dorothea, Dorothea is a shoo-in to win, because you need to have charisma over 13. She's got 15. 13 or higher guarantees that the character is going to be able to get the dancer class, so Dorothea immediately is able to become the dancer. So no worries whatsoever on that, but let's go through it. So Petra, it's not going to work out. Felix, not going to work out. Ash, nope. Mercedes could definitely end up being, the dancer, so maybe I'll keep her on the back burner there. Just because I've already had Dorothea do it, I'll have Mercedes be a backup. Annette, nope. Ingrid, close but no cigar. Lorenz, Raphael, it has to be a female. I think. I'm not really entirely certain. Marianne could definitely do it as well. She's got 16. Now, Flame has 15, and I think Flame's going to be the dancer for this route for me, just because I'm never really blown away by her magic or her healing. I know I had her for my first run through. She kind of just sat in the background, and she did not really get used a heck of a lot. So I'll be forced to use her a little bit more, and she's going to be a great healer, as well. So it might not be an attacker, but at least she'll be able to do some healing while giving people their second win to keep on keeping on. Alright, so we gotta find out where Flame is. We'll just outright select her. Alright, Captain Nugget says, I have a recommendation for some item for your Switch. One of the two items is a corded GameCube controller, which you can get at the Toy Vault for about $14 or so. And now we're waiting for the second suggestion.
Hey!
Hello, Professor! The ball will soon be upon us. I can feel my heart fluttering already.
And the other is a GameCube controller adapter that you can get at GameStop for about $20. So I might take that into consideration. I know I am looking at possibly getting some USB controllers, some classic USB controllers, so this way I can have them on hand to play some games.
I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life. I am very much looking forward to it. Have you heard yet about the White Heron Cup?
He's here to come get some pets, so I'ma lean over to my right, stage left for you guys.
If you have yet to choose a representative, do you mind terribly if I volunteer?
Should I choose Flame as our house representative in the White Heron Cup dance contest? Yes.
Oh, thank you, Professor. I am overcome with joy. Just you wait until my feet touch the ballroom floor.
So as it says here that you can give your representative one dance lesson, and I think that boosts their charisma by 5. So what would happen is that whatever she has, which I think was 15, it'll bump her up to 20, which I'm perfectly fine with. That'll guarantee that she ends up getting the job. Now Doggo wants to get put on the other side, so now on my left, stage right. Hi, Cooper. Oh, I'm making some eye connections and lovings with the doggo. Yeah, so they say if your dog is making eye contact with you, that's them showing affection. Or him saying, or her saying, I'm hungry, you should probably feed me. And he is trying to tell me something. What is it, babies? Am I not giving you enough attention? Where'd the mommies go? Alright, so we're going to put some root vegetable seeds and vegetable seeds into the ground. Let's see if increasing our cultivation changes our predicted yield. It doesn't. I still like to pour airmid water at least as a minimum, even though it doesn't really change anything, but I still like to do it anyway. So we're going to go
I
over
hear you've
Manuela.
chosen your representative for the White Heron Cup. On an average year, the winning contestant has about this much charm.
So it seems the winning contestant's charm is usually around 13. So if you're over 13, you are all set to win.
Charm is important, wouldn't you agree? Who wants a partner with no charm? Not.
Alright, so now's our time apparently when we can start to recruit the staff of the monastery. So
Hello, Professor. You want me to help out with you? You just say the word, and I'll help however. Don't worry about it. It's only natural for those of us with you.
So we're going to get Manuela to join our team, just because, again, like I said, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I want to try and get everyone on board. We've already got Shamir on our team. So now I am looking for Catherine. Which is here.
The area with the old chap, it was at risk of collapse, so they didn't even post. Does that surprise you? Meh. Garreg Mach has lots of places that are blocked off for one reason or another. That's true of the underground Holy Mausoleum as well as the Northern Woods. People call it the Sealed Forest, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing special. Just a forest.
Okay, so apparently we cannot get Cassandra just yet, so we're going to have to pass on that one. Let's see if Gilbert is available. Sylvain, there we go. Sylvain's one that we do not currently have on our team. And quite frankly, nor do I really want him on the team. I was actually disappointed when he was one of the few to accept my invitation.
It cannot be true that our siblings in arms could turn against us so. However, I will continue investigating members of the church. To think that even someone as senior as Tomas would fall under suspicion. I know not how far to take my search. Unlike the monks, the Knights of Seros are Lady Rhea's some are in quite unique circumstances, but I can...
Alright, so we cannot get...
I have a request.
Gilbert either. Not yet, at least. So that means Hanneman's the final one that we can get at the moment. Which, Hanneman should be this way.
Hey, you!
Indeed. Garreg Mach Monastery. Why, 995 years. Every year, a ball is held to celebrate the fact. It's a grand festival involving all of Garreg Mach. Once in a lifetime, eh?
Alright,
Professor,
him.
Just, of course, I have the, and then I'd never.
That's good. So now, we are missing Cassandra, Sedith, and Sylvain.
Well...
Sedith should open up in a little bit.
I have looked into Tomas, but from his behavior up until now, I never would have suspected that a man like him could turn on us. I have also... It is almost as if he is...
start looking at getting everyone's morale to a certain point, so this way we can continue their training.
I know why you sat us next to each other.
Ferdinand, please.
Let's go through my food. Let's see what I have way too much of, so I can start to utilize that to decide what meals I'm gonna make.
Ooh,
This looks.
today's dish was so good. You're too kind.
Alright, so I'm not gonna go through everything here. Because I do want to try and save some of my
delicious
activity points
food.
so I can increase Violet's skills in a couple of different areas. I just want to make sure that my main go-to characters that I always are utilizing are gonna have motivation. I think with that, I'm gonna end it with there, and we'll use the final 5 points that I've got in order to hit up a couple of professors
I would be
for some training. Apparently, we've got more support available. Violet and Ash. Okay, so it's just Violet and Ash at the moment. Alright. That works for me. So now we need to decide who we're going to train with here. Let's head to Manuela.
I hear you've chosen your
am going to get
representative for the.
Sylvain,
On an average year, the winning contest charm is.
it's gonna have to be whoever's gonna be able to give me more reason training. So Faith is not gonna do it, so I'm actually not gonna go to Manuela. I am gonna go, however, to I think Rhea and Hanneman are the two that I'm gonna go to because they're gonna be able to give me increased reason training. So let's head over to Rhea first and then Hanneman.
Before each the student it is the
Alright, so that's good. Now Hanneman, at one point or another we gotta go see Flame so we can give her her dancing lesson to bump up her charisma.
Why? It's a once in a.
Since we already spoke with these guys, we're gonna blow through that. Alright, so I think that's it. That's all we're gonna get for reason training. So that means we're gonna take the final 3 and we'll pick what we're gonna have them be.
That's
Right now we're going to get the wood carving booklet so we can get back to Gilbert. So we can get this in.
Thank you very much.
Now we can find Flane again. Give her this dance lesson, and then we can focus on the final 3 points that we got for this week.
Yes? Do you need me for anything, Professor? I would be happy for some dancing guide.
Alright, so as a result, the special training Flame's charm increased by 5, so there's
Thank
no
you so
worries
much.
whatsoever. She will definitely pass, be the winner. Alright, so let's go to... I gotta try and think about what I want to increase here. We'll go to Manuela again. I never really focus on flying, nor do I ever really get like a urge to make Byleth, you know, a wyvern flyer or any flyer for that matter. So let's go ahead and go to inventory. Not abilities, it's roster. That's what I wanted to see. So you can see for Byleth this time around, very, you know, even. B and C pluses for most things. Faith needs a little bit of work. We've got to George Michael this a little bit, got to have faith. And flying is one that I need to work on. So faith, flying, bow, and axe seem to be the ones that I still need to work on. So since we're here with Manuela,
I hear you've on an average year. Charm is.
I will faculty train with her for faith because she's going to be great for that. Alois, I can get some axe training in.
She appeared out of nowhere. Then we soon fell in love. So,
That's Alois telling us that he met his wife at one of these meetings. You know, I collect all the gifts and lost items, but I never actually give them out because it just takes way too long to find who belongs to what. I just can't be bothered to do with any of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this cutscene very quickly.
Professor!
With Ash. I'd say we gotta catch them all, but I really don't care about Ash, so we're gonna plow through that one. Let's go to Sylvain and see whether or not if we can finally recruit him. I really don't care if he says yes or not.
Great work in Remire Village, Professor. But no. Now it's... What's up, Professor? Hey, I got...
Alright, great. So he doesn't want to join yet. Charisma and Reason are the two that we need to work on with Sylvain to get him on board. What to do, what to do.
Hey. What's this about?
The ball. It's an event for students. Alois can't dance, but he volunteered to judge the white herring.
Alright, faculty training. We'll get our bow up to C+.
The glory...
And that'll do it for this week. So, I need to focus on getting my charisma up. So we will end this particular week. Instruct automatically because everyone has their marching orders.
I have a question.
You have a question. I'm not very good at sharing my opinion. Usually I just go along with what everybody else thinks. I don't want to bother anyone.
I see. Thank you.
Not the perfect answer, but at least it bumps his motivation up. Okay, so Dorothea wants to focus on reason to excel as a warlock, but she's already focusing on reason and faith. I'm not going to grant that because Gremory is just top-notch. There's no defeating Gremory. Bernadetta will give her some flowers for her birthday because, again, everyone gets flowers.
Just leave this to us.
We will take no time at all.
Look, Professor.
Meeting was perfect.
Hope this is good.
Ever so slowly, they increased their
It's starting to...
heavy
I'm
armor.
closing. Got it.
I think I will, master.
I always...
So now, here's the question now. Do I explore or do I battle? I think we will take this opportunity to explore. We're going to go against the grain. Normally, everyone, if you follow, this is what global activity is, where it says global activity. And that's what everyone who's playing the game is doing if you're sharing online information. So we're going to go slightly against the grain. We're going to explore instead of doing the battles. Go to the journal. We now have 400 points. We can go to our support levels, see what we can unlock. I'm really only interested at characters that I have yet to convince to join me. So I don't care about Cyril. Alois is as far as he's going to go because of my last run through. Sedith, I really, again, I'm only going to get Sedith if I do the church route. I'm only going to get Cyril if I do the church route. There's no stopping that one. Hilda is essentially the last of the Mohicans now, so we'll get Hilda to B, and hopefully that's enough to get her on board. So now I want to focus on bumping up my charisma. And the way that we bump up charisma is by doing tea time. So as weird as that's going to end up being, we need to find someone to go and do tea time with.
I wonder if Remire Village will ever be the same. So many dead. So much destruction.
Let's invite her to tea.
Why, thank you so much.
She accepted our invitation. But now here the thing is, it's like, I don't want to cheat on it, but you kind of want to make a perfect, you know, tea time every time, so this way you can get, you know, the increase of charisma. So we'll give it a shot.
Isn't it
naturally.
nice
If
taking
I
a moment to
really
relax?
stink at it, we'll try and go back. So.
Why, thank you so much. How warm.
Alright, a dinner invitation. Children at the market are overcoming weakness. A dinner invitation. That was a good choice. Alright, the second conversation. A word of advice. The courtyard couple. The existence of Crest. She doesn't seem like someone who's interested in Crest, and I don't think she really takes constructive criticism, so the courtyard couple.
Yeah.
And we're correct again. Alright, let's talk. Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah.
Heart-racing memories, potential training partners, and favorite sweets. This one's a little bit weird. I don't know. Favorite sweets or heart-racing memories?
Yeah.
Alright, heart-racing memories it is. So now we've got all three conversations positive. Very happy to see that. That, I guess, was difficult, but let's...
What a
we
happy
got one more
little
question we
moment.
need to answer correctly.
Why are men so vain? They should know their lies will never last.
Why are men so vain? They should know their lies will never last. Do I praise, chat, or nod? I'm gonna nod.
Surely not.
A great tea time. So it wasn't a perfect tea time. Apparently just nodding was not a sufficient answer.
That was a lovely cup of tea.
So let's hope that we get an increase
Thank you, Professor.
in charisma.
Please call me
'cause
again.
don't know if we get it for a not perfect tea time. Okay, so Violet's charm increased by 1. Dorothea's charm increased by 1.
Why, thank you so much.
Alright, so let's try that again. I'm probably going to do horrible on this run.
You're very thoughtful, Professor. So much better than those nobles around here.
Why, thank you so much.
Alright.
How warm.
It's time to test the boundaries of how badly do you perform. Do you still get a charm increase?
Yeah.
Evaluating allies, monastery rules, or overcoming weakness. Monastery rules?
Yeah.
Because she seems like someone who wouldn't be too pleased with the rules, so we can complain about how the rules stink. We can talk again. A word of advice, school days, you're doing great work.
Incredible.
School days seems appropriate. Thank you very much. Thank you, baby. Alright, last conversation. Fodlan's future, the melody of words, or school uniforms. I feel like she'd be stuck between school uniforms and the melody of words.
Yeah.
The melody of words because she's supposed to be the opera whatever person. Diva, I think she calls herself.
How warm.
Alright, so now the final statement and answer that we got.
So, you don't have any weaknesses after all. I'm totally envious of you.
Surely not.
Oh, perfect tea time? Okay, I thought maybe it should have been 4. Because, I mean, I praised her, thank you for making a joke about me being perfect, but... Alright. We'll give her a gift. What can we give her? Everybody like owl feathers, so we'll give her an owl feather.
Are you sure?
And then we'll
That was a lovely cup of tea.
Hopefully another charm increase. Great. Alright. So what is Violet's charm is the question right now. So let's see how many more I might need to do. Alright. Charm, charisma, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm at 22. So I mean, I can't imagine that I need to do much more than that. We'll find out, I guess, next week. Unless the problem is my reason.
Hey! Great work. But no. What's up, Professor? Hey.
Okay, so that's not it. For 22 charm or charisma or whatever, it's just not, I can't imagine that that's the reason. Maybe perhaps I actually, get it, reason. It's probably reason that's the issue, so we will focus on...
I hear you. On an average year, charm is...
Raising my faith to C+. And then we'll get everyone well fed, so training can go well.
Before the student it is the
Reason is now C+.
Practice.
We'll go to Hanneman to get some, actually, sorry, Faith is C+. We're going to go to Hanneman now in order to get some reason training.
Indeed. Garrig, why? Every year, it's a once in
That was good. And now we will use the rest of our time to bump up our motivation.
Ooh, this is...
one more.
Oh.
Just because I like to hold on to as much food as possible, because I do want to make sure I have some post-time skip as well.
This is my eating with friends.
Alright, now for the final two, we'll go to Eloise.
I was she appeared.
Train in the axe. And then we'll go over to Gilbert and also train in the axe.
It cannot be true.
I still have.
Alright, so that'll do that. This is going to be the last training we got for the month, so I'll automatically
I'm getting close. I'm getting it.
go through that.
Professor.
Focus on axe and brawling skills, and this kind of goes to show the intelligence of Raphael. He wants to focus on axe and brawling skills. Good job. We changed it for you, bud, by keeping it exactly the same.
Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here on the Academy-wide dance competition. Welcome to the White Heron Cup. The competition will be judged by me, your humble servant, Alois Rangel, and also the acclaimed former songstress of the Mittelfrank Opera Company, Manuela Casagranda.
Yes, yes, thank you. Oh, and it should go without saying, but I swear to show no bias to my own house. Got it? Good.
Last but not least, the glamorous assassin who does all of her dancing in the dead of night, Shamir Navran. The three of us swear on our... And with that... Contestants, are you ready to dance?
I kind of wish that, that we would lose
to
so
play.
we could see Dimitri as a dancer.
Very well. Begin!
That's hilarious. I'd love to see Dimitri as a dancer. There's no opportunity for me to skip through this, huh?
Time! That's all, folks! Splendid!
Right, fingers crossed,
all
Dimitri
three
gets
of
to be
you
a dancer,
were
guys.
fantastic!
We could do that.
Oh my, let's see. The Golden Deer House. Keep practicing and you could really shine out there.
I vote for the Black Eagle House. The way you carried yourself was striking.
Great feedback, both of you.
We have a
well
winner.
then, let's
Who is
see.
it going to be? Is it going to be the
Factoring
Golden
in my
Deer
own
or the Black
humble
Eagle
opinion,
House?
yes,
And the answer is
and I will announce who it is right now, without
Black Eagle
any.
House, guys.
The Black Eagle House.
Have I prevailed? Oh, most glorious!
Once more, please give a big.
Alright, so Flane obtained the certification for the Dancer class. She also learned the Sword Dance Combat Art and the Sword Avoid +20 ability. Yeah, right? Oh, you okay? Take a sip of something. Here, have a sip of my half and half here.
Thank you.
Dimitri, some flowers.
Look, Professor, we did great!
Stephanie wants flowers too.
I can do better now.
So that'll do it for the training for this month. I'm gonna battle on this particular.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay. bunch of paralogs that are available to do that I'm going to skip over. But since we have the time, we'll complete this one mission so we can get our renown, so we can utilize it. So I've got about a half hour, guys, and then I'm going to be switching over with Stephanie so she can continue playing Sims 4. Speaking of Sims 4, I know that I'm pretty sure she's going to talk to you guys about something that seems to be on the horizon for Sims 4 in the near future. Tomorrow there's going to be an expansion pack that'll be released. I'm not going to go over the details. I'll leave that for her to speak with you guys. But I think that I read up on it during my my downtime today, and it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Stephanie said she hasn't even read about it, she just wants it. Well, my love, if you buy it, you can have it. Yep, you're right. If I did buy it, you could have it. Now,
stay focused.
Games that are being released or have been released. I think it's released. It's Borderlands 3. That's something that I'm excited about because for me, I really enjoyed Borderlands, the original. Borderlands 2 was quite alright.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
As much as the original.
I will prevail.
Nostalgia is there.
Put me in there.
For the original.
I am Ferdinand von Ayer.
Just came out, and it seems to be getting some very good.
That's my cue.
So far, so I'll definitely have.
I will get the victory.
Who, me? Oh no.
Stephanie said she's going to be picking
as you wish. Battle.
She's on camera, so she has to get it. Box
Pretty good, don't you think?
In actually funny game that I actually saw this.
I won't go down so easily.
NBA 2K20 was released, and no, that's not the punchline. The punchline is that apparently whoever is in charge changing the taskbar icon. So in other words, like you have, pro movement, the icon that shows on your taskbar. Well, apparently someone forgot to change it from the NBA 2K19 taskbar image. So apparently 2K20, if you were using it on your computer, it actually shows the 2K19, which I thought was absolutely hilarious because someone was not doing the job. Although it's a very quick and easy fix for it, but it's still embarrassing. I'm telling you though, guys.
Still raring to go.
It's like really nostalgia central because everything that seems to be coming out in movies, video games, it's all a bunch of remakes, it's all a bunch of...
Your defeat was inevitable.
I guess you could say attempts to...
Let the lesson begin! That is that.
Nostalgia of the past. So for example,
Nobles
Final
must be
Fantasy
strong.
VIII, which is probably my
Your
favorite
skill is impressive.
Final Fantasy of the series.
Flame Spirit, protect me.
And that I'm very excited about because you guys know my stance. I think that Final Fantasy VIII has the best minigame of all time for any game, and that is Triple Triple Triad is an outstanding minigame. They created it.
I owe you one.
It's such a
Put me in there.
little extra work. I know when you play Final Fantasy 14, you have the option to play characters.
Now you know your limits.
They recorded to Final Fantasy 14. It used to have its own whole private game. It's absolutely amazing. So maybe perhaps I'll pick that up.
You could have at least tried.
Over there? Kinda. I'm so engaging that even left behind falls asleep during my streams.
I will not be stopping.
I used that excuse last time too.
Better be careful. I'm really sorry.
Boring, but because her back hurts, that's what she
Must be awful
said. We all
losing
know
to
that
me.
those are one and the same. Yes.
You worked hard for nothing. That was fun to watch.
Alright, that does it for the side quest that we got from Felix. We've got our renown for completing it. Alright, so I really don't think I really have no desire to continue doing that, so I'm going to keep plowing through. Completing paralogs now, or really at any point in time, doesn't affect your ability to not have to do them the next time around. So in other words, if I did a paralog during this playthrough, it doesn't change the fact that I still have to do it on the next playthrough. So since
The ball
I really don't
is
care
tomorrow. I have no worthwhile memories of such
about,
events, yet I'm still looking
giving
forward to this
people,
one.
Relics to use on the battlefield because they seem to get along just fine with steel plus weaponry.
As am I. In the sense that I look forward to destroying all of the unworthy...
I will admit, Edelgard is adorable. However, when it comes to elegance on the dance floor, I am superior.
You're not a bad dancer, Ferdy, but you do...
You honor me with your
I'm envious of your...
Not me!
I'd love to go with
You wouldn't catch me dancing at a ball
of their ball that they're about
On
to
a
have.
skill.
Speaking of the ball, do we get to pick who we dance with? A bold subject change.
As much of this done as we possibly can.
I will fight.
Fighting? I will not be as a fish upon the flame.
Good work, Byrne. I have a proposition. Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion? It's a great idea. 5 years from today will be the Millennium Festival for Garrigmach Monastery. I've heard the magnitude of the festivities will exceed all prior years.
Oh, how exciting! Sounds like a great excuse to come visit our dear professor.
You will be seeing how much growing I have done. You will be pleased, Professor. This idea is good.
So the reason why I actually allowed those bits of voice acting to get through and not sped through that part is that
Who knows where each of us will be in 5 years' time, or who we will become.
it's important. Spoiler alert. So very soon we're going to be doing a time skip. The time skip's going to go 5 years into the future.
Still, I have faith that all of us will gather and celebrate our reunion.
That's assuming the professor is still here in 5 years, and not enjoying a cozy early retirement.
Even if that's the case, you will come, won't you? Whether or not you're still teaching here. Don't forget, my teacher. Even if the Millennium Festival should be cancelled, I promise to return here.
it's the... I don't know if this is... Yeah, this is the festival, so... Joyous cutscenes. Woo. So, I am watching because I want to see what is different from the last time that I watched this when I did the Golden Deer route, and now that I'm doing the Black Eagles route, to see if there's anything different about this particular cutscene. So far, nothing different. So I didn't notice anything different. I think it's probably going to be the same no matter what
Running
you
away.
are taking.
I understand. You hardly had the time. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the
There are a
ball.
lot of cutscenes, and
Poor
yes,
professor.
yes, there is. There's a lot of talking.
Was that a joke? I find it hard to tell with you. Just think of all the students begging you to dance. But where is there to run? This place is filled with joyful students looking for a dance. Ah, I see. The Goddess Tower waits for you.
So now this is where they start to set up the potential, I guess you could say, romantic side of the... You get to pick a character that you have an opportunity to select for your ending. So and your character can have a paired ending with that other character.
What's that?
And I think right now it goes not based on random, but it goes based on who you have the highest current, I guess you could say, compatibility points with from being in battle together and so on and so forth.
Ghost? Is it a ghost? Don't eat me!
And I think Bernadetta is completely annoying, and I really don't want to listen to
It'll eat
her.
the skin right.
So we're gonna actually just go through this because...
With the and from Legend? Oh, that's I guess that. Oh, Professor! As you so, could you help me to? Sorry. Oh, actually, would you mind staying? It's nice and quiet on a night like this.
Alright, so there you go. Blow through that one relatively quickly. You don't need any cringeworthy cutscenes going on here.
It seems that everyone is having a delightful time.
Let's see, do we say we're tired or rather not say we're tired? That sounds
How dull of you. Had I?
to go home.
Oh, you're not the only one who feels that way. Look over there. I'm bored. Oh, come on, hurry up. I know that you are curious. I hear some... That song, actually, it is not that I have heard... No, there's more. If that were true, then how could she be singing it? No. I am suddenly so exhausted.
Alright, for the sake of time, Sothis is noting that the song that Rhea is singing is one that she composed herself. So the voice in our head is making the statement that
Thank you.
the Archbishop here, the head of the church, Rhea, apparently knows a song that only Sothis would know otherwise. But as we said, Sothis is inside of our brain, so how does a person in real life know the song of a voice in our head? It's weird stuff.
A new path.
I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. I already have the context for it. But... Alright, so we can start using our advanced seals because we have people at level 20. Edelgard can now switch over to Warrior. We will switch over, at least get the certification exam passed. When she masters her current class, we'll switch her over. Okay, Ferdinand. We can get him with the Armored Knight. While his face glitches through his armor. Lovely. Yeah, gotta love it when you got characters glitching. Alright, so let's see. Petra can also get the Swordmaster class, and we'll give her that. Again, we're not going to be switching anyone over. I like to master a class and then move on to another one. We're just doing it now so we're not wasting time later. And then I think we've got 2 more intermediate seals, but because Hahnemann and Manuela still have beginner classes that we need to unlock for them, I'm going to do that instead.
Of course I pack.
And then Manuela as well. Thing is, when you start getting characters like
I'm glad I
Manuela
passed.
and Hahnemann, they're already, you know, level 17 by the time you get them, so they're already equipped with an intermediate class. But their original classes, their beginner classes, are not fully mastered, so you want to try and think about getting them to master those as well. So Salvation at the chapel. And we've got about 10 minutes. 10 beautiful minutes until I finally get to eat dinner. So that actually reminds me, we're talking about nostalgia and how, you know, everything's getting a remake. Final Fantasy VIII got a remake.
Too bad.
And
I guess it will have to be you.
Sure Stephanie can attest to this one.
I'm back.
On
Sorry
TV,
for the delay. My last mission took longer than expected.
There's been a lot of remakes, or there's been a lot of weird stuff going on, like 90210. Yeah, 90210 got a remake, right? Fuller House is now out for Full House, right? And Roseanne is still out, right? But it's just under a different name now because they moved Roseanne out of it. There's a whole bunch of it. You know what I'm most disturbed by? The fact that the Brady Bunch is on... It is, but to see the Brady Bunch on the Food Network and to see the Brady Bunch on HGTV, it's... I mean, one would make the assumption that it's been 40 years.
Captain, thank goodness you're here. There are reports of demonic beasts near the chapel.
I'd say that it's
nonsense. I haven't heard anything about them.
That's why I'm heading there now to see what's really going on. You'll join as well, won't you?
On, like I said, on the Food Network or on HGTV, which they've got simultaneous, you know, shows running. Is Food Network's got, you know, the Brady Bunch on Chopped. You've got HGTV doing a very Brady renovation or makeover. That's just absolutely...
Of course, we're both sworn to protect this place.
What I would love to see...
It's odd.
Is I would
just before
like
they appeared, someone saw a number of students heading toward the chapel.
If you gave me the Brady Bunch as contestants on Chopped, making fools of themselves, I would watch them. I don't want them to be judges and get to eat really awesome but weird food. And for HGTV, if they were actually the ones doing the contractor work to remake the Brady household, I'd be all on board for watching them, you know, hit their hand with a hammer as they're trying to very oddly, you know, nail a nail into a wall.
They were apparently acting strange, as though they weren't in their right minds. Shortly after, demonic beasts started to appear.
Alright, so...
The students. There's no way those demonic beasts got in from the outside. But none of that matters right now. We need to act.
We need to act fast.
Damn it. I wanted to talk to you about something, but this is much more urgent. So
we were supposed to meet Gerald so he could tell us the secret behind our past and where we come from, because apparently we don't really have too much about our background. Let's look at our units. We actually, I forgot, if I reclass and I go down to Flame and I go to her unique classes, I can equip her with the Dancer class.
Are these garments in style?
And everyone knows, now that I've said it a couple times now, I love the Dancer class. It allows you to be able to take one of your characters that you really lean on, a really good attacker, and to give them another turn on the same turn that you've got, so they can attack twice. And that's pretty big for when you've got, you know, a character like Violet that is really overpowered. Basically, just put Flame with him at this point in this run for me was, oh geez, I already forgot who I did for it last time. It was Dorothea. She was the dancer on my last run through. But if you put them together, you can really do some damage. So actually, let's look at the map. We got one that's weak to swords, one that's weak to axes. Okay. So I feel pretty good about it now.
there really are demonic. I'll head that way. The rest.
Help me!
Somebody!
You stupid bee.
Alright. We've got 3 students that we somehow need to protect here.
Stay focused.
Let us away.
So now you can understand why I'm enjoying that, because I give Violet another round. He wouldn't have been able to attack the beast either, you know, otherwise, but now that he had the second turn, he's able to make it to the beast and clear a full bar of health.
Now I...
That's my cue.
You see Dorothea can attack as well from far. He can, but it's not a heck of a lot of damage, so
I will get the victory.
try and get someone over there, since
Put me in there.
axes are the weakness of that monster.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
These guys over
I will prevail.
and we send
As you wish.
our magic.
This...
Hopefully we don't get that student.
Oh no.
So that monster's down to its last bit of, or its first health bar is down. I feel like I've got a good skill right now. Alright, so Violet can now take out.
Should I have held back?
That's one down.
The demonic beasts were actually stupid.
So apparently the demonic beast were actually students, as you heard Gerald say. That's because they've been turned into a beast. This one is also weak to swords, so we'll equip a sword and leave Violet here. I do want to kill this guy.
worth my
Save
time.
that student.
Thank you, but my friends who could...
Alright, so that means we've got two students left that we can help out. We don't have anyone on horseback. Everyone is, and that's my own fault. We don't have anyone who's really good mover. So I am going to be really pushing it to get to those students on time before they get enrolled. We've got about 3 minutes, so we're at least going to get through this run through, or at least this time, once we're done properly. Right. You are not a fan of glances, so are you? So what's the rundown here? I feel like Gerald has that better. So I want to try and get Violet over to this guy here. So change of tactic with Lance and have him wait there. Hopefully that's not too late. And have everybody else come up here and lead this. Which was unnecessary. The people that I sent westward are going to take way too long to get all the way around because the monster that I was worried about on the west end has actually made its way to the central part of the map, so that's what I get. Heal yourself, please. Okay, so they did heal themselves. Alright, that's good. So Steel Lance is definitely the way to go. Guard will take out the remainder of that first health bar for him.
What?
Ferdinand is now level 7.
Great.
That should do it for that monster there. Whether or not we'll be able to. I did not want to do that. That's alright. That's what I get. That's okay. Let's hope that that person doesn't die. Instead, I can make our way to. The arms.
I was so scared.
We saved that student, so now we've just got that final student over here. This is more of a race to the finish now because I don't know if we're going to be able to save that student. And apparently we are going to be able to save the student because I was able to distract the monster and now it's going after Flame. Because it's looking at Flame like a tasty snack. I'll eat you.
I will need all my strength.
That's why we have Flame. That's why we have our Dancer.
I am the...
Because now Violet gets to go again. And take down
That is that.
Getting
I thought
the
I...
last health bar.
Sorry.
And that means we saved
That was
all
a
the
close
students.
one.
Nobody died.
You saved me! Thank you.
So obviously the more students that you're able to save, the better the reward you get.
There isn't a trace of evidence to be found in the chapel. This must have something to do with Remire.
Wait!
Huh? Another? Run along now.
Thanks for all your help, sir. You're just a pathetic old man.
So if you didn't
How
catch it,
dare you get in the way of my brilliant plan, dog.
if you didn't catch it right before that happened. All right, Gerald. He just got stabbed.
Run
in the back.
along now.
Thanks for all your help, sir.
Byleth uses his power to go back in time. Attempt to stop from stabbing Gerald. But someone comes in and prevents Byleth from changing what happens.
Huh? What are you doing here?
You must survive, merely because there is still a role that I require you to fulfill.
So Gerald just got the stabby stabbed. It's not looking too good.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now. To think that the first time I saw you cry, your tears would be for me. It's sad, and yet I'm happy for it. Thank you, kid.
Now we gotta blame it on the rain. Now it starts to rain. Poor Byleth's dad just died. It's a difficult day in the Byleth household. So, you had Gerald saying before he passed that it was the first time that he'd seen Byleth cry.
So this is where your father lived.
The reason why that's important is because you do hear during the beginning part of the game to where, apparently as a baby, you never cried. And it was something that freaked him out, thinking that something was wrong. Because apparently when you were born, actually, no need to spoil all of it. I think
Are you still crying?
we find out about some of that coming up in the very near future.
If turning back the hands of time was not enough to save his life, you must accept what came to pass was fate.
So I can say it wasn't fate, or our enemies will pay.
Agreed. We cannot let the wicked ones run free. Oh, your father said to look for something here. He must have been referring to whatever is behind that bookcase there.
So I am gonna push a little bit quicker just because we are over time.
Your father's
We
diary.
find Gerald's diary.
Oh. Read that
And
part
it shows
there.
the
Horsebow Moon,
year
year
1159.
Day 20 of the Horsebow Moon. All is cloudy. I can't believe she's dead.
He's referring to...
Lady Rhea said she died during childbirth. But is that the truth?
I don't know if it's his wife, but it was the person that he loved, and Byleth's mom. Lady Rhea says that she died during childbirth.
The child she traded her life for doesn't make a sound.
The child
didn't
apparently,
even cry at
spoiler
birth.
alert,
Day
the child
25
is
of the
dead
Horsebow Moon.
At birth.
It's raining.
Both the
The
mother
baby doesn't
and
laugh
the,
or cry.
Baby
Not
don't
ever.
make it.
Lady Rhea says not to worry about a
Lady
baby
Rhea
that doesn't
does
cry.
something to allow
It
the
isn't
baby
natural.
to live.
We had a doctor
baby
examine the
doesn't
child
cry,
in
the
secret.
baby has no
He said the
emotions.
pulse is normal, but there's no heartbeat.
Apparently,
No
like you say, they had a doctor examine the child. He said pulse is normal, but there's no heartbeat.
Day 2 of the Wyvern Moon. Sonny,
And then shortly
but
after
the church
birth,
is always watching us.
Gerald makes the decision to
I used to
leave
think the world of Lady Rhea.
the monastery because he's
Now I'm terrified of her.
Lady Rhea.
Day 8 of the
Again,
Wyvern
the
Moon.
archbishop that
More
we
rain.
get all of our orders from.
I use Lady Rhea is in a state over the news, but I can't.
And that's essentially the rundown of what we get in
Well now,
the
that
diary.
baby must be you.
Ah, here you are. To think that Captain... I hope you know
He's
that
coming.
he wasn't the most... After what's...
Solos. We'll try and skip
Lady
this.
Rhea.
Stephanie is
This
right. There
book
is
is
a lot of
filled with
cutscenes here.
Oh, I know now why our fates are intertwined.
Hopefully we can save here.
Professor,
Nope.
I have been waiting for you.
Alright, so this is Rhea. This is Lady Rhea, the one we just talked about from Gerald's diary.
I am filled with grief at the loss of our most celebrated knight. Gerald was an ally of many years, and also a dear friend. He fell in love with one of the nuns here at Garreg Mach. Their love produced a child, whom she died giving birth to. It was her decision. She weighed her own life against that of her child's and, in the end, implored me to save the child. Your father never truly accepted that decision. He took the child, took you, and disappeared without warning. Your mother, she was my...
Sorry for the interruption, Lady Rhea. A report from the Knights...
Very well. Please rest and focus only on mending you.
So we don't actually get to learn at this moment who Violet's mom was, but apparently she was related to Lady Rhea in some way, shape, or another. Quite frankly, I don't remember that getting resolved
Part 1.
during
White Clouds.
my playthrough
Guardian
of
Moon,
the Golden Deer.
where
So I'm
the
not sure
goddess
whether or not
dwells.
if that gets resolved during this run, or if I just happened to forget or didn't catch it. We are going to call it a wrap here, so we're going to skip through the cutscene. Hopefully see if we can get to another save point without making too much of a hassle or taking up too much more time. And then we got to get Stephanie to wake up.
No, I'm awake. I'm just stretching.
She's like, no, I'm awake. She's like, I'm awake. She says that's the dog that was snoring.
You're here again.
She said they're gonna believe you. I was sitting up a second ago.
Professor, you've been crying. So, even you cry sometimes. My teacher, you're so blinded by grief that... Are you waiting for time to heal your wounds? Or have you curled up in a corner and lost the will to carry on? It's not like you to speak to me like that. You know I'd never... Only you can truly... Others can sympathize, so I have no intention of crying. All I can do is...
Make a
The
decision.
mysterious organization that was carrying out they're up to something near The Archbishop has sent the Knights to... No information has surfaced yet. When they are... Or will you just sit here? My teacher, there is a choice to be...
My. She really...
Not right
But
now.
she
We're
is
not
right.
making the choice right now, but at least we can get through that.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya.
Oh, of course. I'm always happy to cooperate.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may... Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need.
Alright, so at least now we can finally save
Thank you.
Ingrid's birthday, give her some flowers. Now we can save. And this is exactly where we are going to pick up. So definitely ready for the next time. So that's going to end up being next Monday. That's where we're going to pick back up where we left off. That's if I don't play during my own time, as much as I'd love to wait for only you guys. I do enjoy playing the game on my own, and I don't have a personal file at this moment, so I kind of do what I want. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It was an absolute pleasure. For those who are new, like I said, consider giving us a follow. It's greatly appreciated as we make our way to affiliate. We're about 40% of the way there, chugging along, making our progress. We enjoy every little bit of interaction that we get with you guys, so every follow is greatly appreciated. If you're looking for any of our previous streams, please head on over to our videos on demand. We only have 14 days up at the moment, but go check out some previous streams that we have up for you there. If you're looking for anything older than that, head down underneath our stream. You'll find all of our buttons to our social media pages. If you click our YouTube button, you'll go to our YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications when new content from Power Couple is released, and we'll have all of our previous streams for there and your viewing pleasure. Also, take a gander over at our Instagram, our Twitter page, or our Facebook page, all of which will have some content from Power Couple and keep you in the know as to what we're doing, when we're doing it, or whether or not if we're canceling for that particular stream. With that out of the way, guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. It was an absolute pleasure. We're going to take a very quick break. We're going to get Stephanie in here to continue playing some Sims 4. Have a good night, everybody.